Hey, I want to talk about something today. I want to talk about failure. Has anyone failed this year? This guy has a lot. I think we have a slight change of plans this year, right? So a lot of things have been going on and a lot of failures out there. And failure, if you keep it in your heart, you're going to think, hey, I'm never going to attempt anything else because you're afraid to fail. But there are four blessings that can come out of failure. Like, they're not easy. These are not easy, but they are blessings that if you really think about them, they've helped you get to where you are today. So the first one is learning. Through coaching and martial arts and a few things, I've heard a common phrase throughout them: you either win or you learn. That's the same thing with anything you go into, with something that you failed, you learn from it, right? And you think about, hey, I know what doesn't work, so I got that out of the way. So life is always working for me. That's why, hey, this failure is not a failure. I'm learning it. Sometimes life knows more than you. That's hard to think about, but hey, you learn from it. Maybe you needed that character development, or you need to develop a skill that you needed to get from that failure to move on in life. But either way, you're going to learn from those failures. Hope you do anyway, because it's a blessing anyway. So that's number one. Number two, a redirection. So we want life to be A to Z, right? I want this, so A happens and then D happens and then I go to C. It's predictable. I know exactly what's going on. That's not what happens, right? You'll go from A to P to D to X to 7. I don't know where the 7 came from, but life is all over the place. But you're getting redirected to the place you might need to go, where maybe some kind of failure or something happened in your life where you had to move, even physically move locations or move jobs or something like that. The redirection is part of the process. It can be part of the blessing. So, I mean, hey, like I said, these are not easy things, and they're probably painful as you go through them, but the redirection is directing you where you're meant to be. Number three, reflection. All right, this one is hard because you have to sit down in that failure and assess what happened. If you think about it, so you'll sit down there and you go through them, kind of replay it. And like I said, that's painful because you don't like dwelling on your failures and thinking about them, but take a second, go through it and learn, do the learning process. And what you'll find most of the time, you'll find a limiting self-belief. And the most common one I run across with a lot of people, and with myself as well, is I am not enough, or I am not fill in the blanks. I'm not good enough, not smart enough, whatever it is. I'm too old. All these self-limiting beliefs. If you find that, that's where you need to start. You need to get that cancer out of there and start working on your self-beliefs. That'd be a whole another presentation I can help you on, work together on that. But sit in that failure and figure out why it happened and kind of what you can get out of that. And just, like I said, you got to go through these things. They're not easy, but you got to do them. All right, the fourth one is the setup for where you're meant to be. Sometimes it's a combination of all three of the ones we first talked about: the learning, the redirection, the reflection, all those kind of working together to get you where you want to go. So the greatest failures in my life have set me up for the biggest blessings in my life as well. Because I can guarantee you, if I hadn't failed a bunch, I would not be your coach right now. You would not know who I was, probably, unless my mom's watching this. She probably knows who I am. But, if you think about it, I've had to change my life drastically over the years because of a lot of failures. They've set this up because I've gone through all these. I've sat through these pains. I've learned from these. I've redirected, gone through all these different things. Hey, it's been rough, but I wouldn't trade it for anything, Going through it, I was like, man, why am I going through this? And then now I know. So as you go through these things, don't be afraid to fail, because it's gonna help you get to where you're meant to be. To keep it up, don't be afraid, keep in there, but learn from those failures, redirect yourself, reflect on it. It's gonna set you up for where we wanna go. Hope you have a great day. Hey, I'm happy to know you. I'm happy you know me. Have a great day.